and we leave them there, right? That daycare, the job of that daycare is for our child to either learn something, right? Have something to do, right? Whether it's, different activities, different lessons, right? People they can meet, other children there. Now I want you guys to think about this business. When you enroll somebody in this business, what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to plug them into this system, right? You're going to plug them to this system. But what happens is a lot of people plug people into this system and they just leave them there. Do you leave your kid? Are you going to leave your kids at daycare? Or what's going to happen at the end of that day? You're going to go back. You're probably going to check on them. You're going to pick them up, ask them what they learned that day. Any challenges, anything that happened, right? What happened at daycare? So anytime you bring somebody into this business, you have to have the same approach. It's not just adding people to your chats, right? It's not just leaving them in this system, right? For them to learn these things on their own, but you truly have to add value. You truly have to check on them every single day, right? So let's say, our kids, they had a great time at daycare, right? And they learned a lot of things, right? And you ask your son or you ask your daughter, what exactly did you learn at daycare today? You're diving deeper. So we're not just letting people in our business say, hey, yes, they made a lot of money today. Yes, they had a great team building or a great training call they hopped on. We're going to always dive deeper. If somebody in your business is making money, you want to know how they made that money. I'm asking, oh man, you made money? Did it come from the harmonic scanner? Did it come from Gold Cup? I'm always trying to dive deeper. We don't only just dive deeper when people aren't making money. Let's dive deeper into the reasons why. So now we know what works. Now we know what to duplicate in our business. But let's take it even a step back, right? Because, there's always skepticism in this business. So with the daycare example, the first day of daycare, your kids were probably, they were skeptical. Mom, I don't know. I'm scared. I'm going to have to meet new people. I don't know the educators. I don't know the teachers. The kids are nervous. They're going to daycare for the first time. When people join your business, they're nervous. They may be skeptical. It's okay. That's why that edification is huge. I don't care if you don't use a harmonic scanner every day. I don't care if you don't use Gold Cup every day. You need to edify it as if you do. We're blessed to be in a company with such amazing products, such amazing things for us to have access to, right? If your kids are skeptical about going to that daycare, what are you doing? You edifying that daycare. You hyping it up. This is going to be the best experience for you. So treat this opportunity the same way. Hype it up at all times. Because I promise you, this is just the beginning. It's only going to get better. The daycare is only going to improve. They're only going to get more educators, more teachers. And it's crazy because I see a lot of times, right? People hit certain ranks and, they get complacent, right? Because once you have one person join your business, you have 2 and 3, right? It's more people you're now, quote unquote, responsible for, right? So let's say you decide to have more kids. So now you don't just have 3 kids you're taking to daycare. You got like 6, 7. You had a lot of kids, right? So what if you have, there's situations in your business where you may have some people making money, some people plugged in, right? If you're feeling me right now, drop some eyes in the chat. Think about those people on your team. You have about some people on your team making money, then others not. Some people hopping on trainings, then others not hopping on trainings, right? It's really sometimes split, and you don't know what's going on. Like, what could you have done to make that experience better for them? And it may not be you. When you take your kids to daycare, let's say you have more kids now, and some of them are having fun at that daycare. Some of them are learning new things. But there's some who they're not paying attention, right? They playing with the toys at daycare. They're not listening to the teachers, right? Their experience is going to be different, right? But what are you going to do? We're going to make examples out of people, right? We're going to pour into those who really do want it. We're going to start using our time more wisely, right? We're going to start working more smarter and not harder, right? The people who do want this in your business, identify those individuals, right? The same people who got you to Platinum 600 may not be the same people who get you to Platinum 1000. I'm sorry, but that's just sometimes how it works. So you got to be okay with that. It's crazy because last year I went to David Inonitse's house, about a couple months ago, actually, and he had an agenda. He had a notebook with a lot of names in there, right? From one of the companies he was in, right? And he wrote down all 70 people he enrolled. And he said not one person on that page was in his business today. So you got to understand, as an effective IBO, there's going to be people who fall off along the way. It's okay. There's going to be people who leave your business along the way. It's okay. I'm telling you it's going to happen, so don't be surprised when it does. I'm telling you so you know. So now when it happens, you should be like, oh, KHARI already told me it will. I'm chilling. KHARI already predicted this. But there's going to be some people in your business who do want to run, who are going to show up every day, who do hop on trainings, right? Keep edifying the system. It works. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more self-awareness. If you want to be an effective IBO, you have to have self-awareness. You know if you're not calling your team every day. You know if you're calling the same people every day. Usually the people you talk to the most, they probably have the most results in your business. Think about somebody that's the highest rank in your business right now, and think about how much times you talk to that person. Think about it. Now think about those that you don't really tap in with, right? Probably the ones who go inactive, right? Probably the ones that's not really profitable. But now imagine this, right? Imagine this. All right, check this out. Imagine that you're able to treat everybody in your business just like that person you talk to the most. Everybody, right? Not everybody's going to get it. This formula is not going to work for every single person, but it's going to work for a lot. Don't you just feel like when some people go, drop some eyes if this makes sense, or if you guys can relate. When you see somebody go inactive in your business, don't drop the eyes yet. When you see somebody go inactive in your business and you ain't really talked to them like that, don't you just feel like, man, if they would have just talked to you one more time, or if you could have just called them one more time, they would still be in your business today. I used to regret that. I was like, man, I would see people go inactive that I've never met before. I'm like, wow, if I would have just tapped in to this side of my business, this person probably could have still been in it. You can't leave your business in the hands of anybody else. It doesn't matter what rank you're at, right? Don't leave your GV in the hands of somebody else. This is your business. This is yours. I tell all my new platinum leaders to make their own chat. They don't got to be called my team name. Come up with your own name, because I'm prepping them to be in this position one day. So they got to start at that point. Let people host trainings. You don't got to host every single training. It's okay if they mess up. Let them host the basics. At least put people's faces on camera, right? This is how you truly be an effective independent business owner, right? It's more than just a rank in your back office, but it's about the impact that you're having. Who are you personally developing every single day, right? And it's crazy because, we set a lot of monthly, yearly goals, right? Next 30, 60, 90 days. I challenge you all, right, to set those weekly goals, right, with your leaders. What are they going to accomplish for that week, right? How many P150s are you going to pop this week? Let's start there, right? Because now every day we can come up with a blueprint, with a game plan on how you can hit those goals, right? And a lot of you guys never heard of this, but, this is something, we talk about in my investment group, and it's having those uncomfortable conversations. Because I'm going to tell you one thing, you guys, right? I'm going to tell you one thing. It's easy, right, to say we want to do something. It's easy to say we want to accomplish a goal, but who's really going to go out and develop those habits to do so every single day? You may be telling people on your team to post more. They're not posting every day. They're not on the phone every day. They're not getting people on the prospect calls every day, but they just made a goal with you to say they want to go 2 and 3. So how does that make sense? You know what that means? It's time for an uncomfortable conversation, right? Think of it like this, right? let's say you dating somebody, right? And you tell them, hey, we going out to dinner tomorrow at 5 o'clock. You guys made that agreement. We going out to dinner at 5 o'clock tomorrow. I need you to show up. And they don't show up for dinner. So you guys were on the same page. You said 5 o'clock we're meeting up for dinner tomorrow, and they never showed up. How do you think that conversation is going to go with that person? It's not going to be like, oh, man, all right. It's probably going to be like, man, what happened? You're probably going to dig a little deeper. What's going on? Why you ain't show up to that? So apply the same thing to your business. The same thing. Treat it like it's that dinner date that didn't show up. You made goals with somebody on your team, and if you guys were on the same page before you hung up, you asked them on the phone, hey, if we come up with goals right now, let me know if I say anything that feels like you just cannot do that thing. So when you guys make that mutual agreement, it's now a mutual understanding, right? So now when the next day comes and they're not doing A, B, C, and D to get them to the next level, you need to have the uncomfortable conversation. Like, did I say something that was too hard for you to do? Let me know, because now we can re-game plan. But I want to make sure I give you a blueprint so that I know every single day you're able to stick to it to the T. Right? That's the approach you got to take in your business every single day. It's not about you getting the most enrollments. It's not, to be, a high rank in this business. You don't need a lot of followers. It's not about that. It's about the leaders that you're cultivating. Who are you cultivating every single day to be like you? Not everybody's going to want it as bad as you. Newsflash, it's not going to happen. Right? But the great part about this business, right? You just need 3 people to get it. 3 people to truly just want it. And yes, you will have more. Yes, it's going to happen. But just get 3 people to truly want to win. Right? Let's focus there. This business is 8 levels deep. Talk to everybody. Connect with every single person. Right? And I'm so excited, family. If you guys, if you guys can still hear me, if you guys still rock with me, drop some eyes in the chat. Let me get some water real quick. We're doing it from the phone today. Got the new setup. I try to get on the laptop. Once again, I know it says I'm official right here, but my Instagram is KHARI CEO. That's KHARI CEO if you guys want to follow me on Instagram. But back into it, you guys. Well, I'm not going to be too much longer. Really want to be on here for about, 30 minutes. But, right, I need everybody to understand that we're experiencing a lot of momentum in this business. That's no secret. But you guys got to understand, momentum for the company and other momentum that other teams may be experiencing, it's okay if you're not experiencing the same, right? Because what happens is this business has seasons. You need to recognize what season of the business that you're in. I may be in a season of overflow. I may be in a season of prosperity, but that may not be your season right now. But what's most important is that you have self-awareness to recognize what season that you're in. Because it's one thing to be like, okay, Trade House is moving, right? MMO is moving, right? It's one thing to say that, but don't feel bad if you're not moving. Your season is going to come. Your time is going to come. I wasn't always moving. I felt like at times I was stuck. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Am I an effective IBO? Am I? I got people falling out my business. I'm losing people. Nobody's talking to me in my group chats. I'm talking to myself in my chats. Right? But you guys got to understand, man. Right? This Zoom call right here is free. Right? I don't think this is worth, this Zoom. You just paying $174 a month to be on a Zoom with me. So you guys need to understand, you always need to connect people to the power source. Once again, I honestly don't care if you don't like Gold Cup, but the numbers don't lie. Gold Cup is going crazy. If you made money off Gold Cup this week, last week, whatever, drop some eyes in the chat. Exactly. Let the system do what it does. Remember that daycare example I gave you guys at the beginning? When you take your child to daycare, you have a specific goal. That daycare is going to take care of your child for the whole day. It's making your job as a parent a whole lot easier. So have that same mindset with iMastery Academy. You're bringing people into the system that's going to take care of them. But what you do at the end of every day, you go back and check on that person. You go back and check on that child. You follow up with your team. If Gold Cup had an amazing day, I want to know who made money. Drop it in the chat if you made money today. Excitement. A lot of you guys were around for the promotion days. The business didn't just go crazy because the price was about, what, $70 less? It's because everybody was excited. Excitement builds momentum. Understand that. Just be more excited. Think about when you talk about this opportunity, right? All right, when you guys are hosting a prospect call, I hope you guys, if you want to go IBO, definitely host prospect calls, right? Think about when you host a prospect call. Now, let's say you hosted one, right? You're very monotone. You don't sound too excited. But now think about a time where you just sound excited talking about it. You're just so excited. Imagine how people are receiving that information. They can't wait to sign up. I hear people explain this, and they talking about, oh, yeah, man, we went 95% on Gold Cup this week. You don't even sound excited. If you're talking to anybody about your business, I'm on the phone like, yo, bro, we got something called Gold Cup. Oh, my goodness. You do not know what just happened. We went 95%. Like, you probably don't know what that means, but, yo, I need you to sign up with this link I'm about to see you right now because we about to catch a lot of pips this week. That's how excited I'm sounding. That's how much I'm edifying everything, right? I'm tapping in with everybody. I'm making sure everybody has Gold Cup downloaded. I'm edifying everything. I'm not stopping, right? It's okay if you're not naturally energetic, right? But everybody on this call, you have something so unique and special about you that nobody else has. You may be real nice at the skin, right? You may just be a really great public speaker, right? You may just know how to talk to individuals. Use that to your advantage. Don't try to be like me. Be you. This is your business. You the IBO, right? Sometimes you might have to put the team on your back. Sometimes you might just have to step up to the plate, right? I got the Kobe jersey right behind me. If I throw that on, I'm in that mode. So what's your mode? What allows you to be more assertive? Who are you doing this for? Why do you want to go C10? You say you want to go C10. Why? Why? What's your mode? Thank you guys for tuning in. I told you guys I wasn't going to be long. If you guys caught some quick little gems on this call, man, go ahead and drop some eyes for me in the chat. I see people asking for my IG. My IG is KHARI CEO. That's KHARI CEO. Once again, you guys, I appreciate everybody for hopping on. I'm out. Let's get it.